Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and I finally have all of my items together from the Sephora VIB Rouge sale where you got 20% off of everything, and I really went crazy. So I wasn't able to film this right away because my items literally arrived just a little over an hour ago. So because of some of the items that I ordered online, they could only be shipped via ground shipping, so it took a little longer to get here. I ordered them last Wednesday in the morning before Sephora's website crashed and put everybody in line to shop. I had already purchased my items, but I still had to wait for them to arrive. So here we are, Tuesday at the time I'm filming this. So 1 week later, I finally have all my items together. But let me just start off with what I actually did purchase in store. So even though I purchased this rather sizable order online, I still wanted to go ahead and go to the actual event that they were having at my local Sephora last Wednesday. So I ordered everything I wanted except for 2 items because according to Sephora's website, both those items would be in store. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. That gives me an excuse to actually go in the store and hang out for the event. And also just that instant gratification of getting 20% off of one of the items and actually getting to physically purchase it and hang around the store and, drink the free cider, eat some cookies because that's what we had going on at mine. So the first thing I picked up was the Foreo Luna Mini. I teased this on my Instagram and I've only had a chance to use it once because I bought a second one, and this was one that I ordered online, so I'm actually charging this right now, and I'll show you how this charges, so let me pull this out. So whenever you open this up, it has a little box in here that's, right there, this little box right here, and inside it has a little USB cable, and you just plug it in right there. And then you can plug this into, in my case, I'm plugging it into my computer. If you have a little adapter, you might be able to plug it into the wall. And I don't know how well you guys can see that now. Might have to move my camera a little bit so you can see it better. But you plug it in and it blinks. And when it's done blinking, it's fully charged. And they say one charge lasts for about, I think they said 400 uses. Okay, but I didn't really tell you guys what this is. Sorry. So let me go ahead and pull this out again so you can better see, and then readjust that. There we go. So basically, this is for cleaning your face. And I got 2 because my boyfriend loves gadgets. He loves skincare. And pretty much anything I buy to use for myself, he wants to use too. And I wanted to be completely and utterly selfish. And I just didn't want to see my sexy muscle stud boyfriend using a pink electronic facial cleanser. That's just a turn off for me. It's cute that he wants to use all the stuff I use, but at the same time I wanted this to be for me. I didn't want to share. Only child syndrome. I didn't want to share. And plus I just knew he would really appreciate this. So it's kind of an early Christmas gift for him. So as you can see on this side, it's got finer little nubs here that you use on your face. You click the little button and it vibrates, and it has 2 speeds. But I'll do a full review on this later. But I haven't been able to use mine because I was hiding mine until his finally arrived, so I could surprise him. But you guys know there's that L'Oreal facial cleanser in the drugstores that comes with the little, they call it a scrublet, and it's basically it's kind of shaped like this, but it's just like a little plastic disc, or maybe it's not plastic, maybe it's soft plastic, maybe it's silicone, I'm not sure. And you're supposed to pour your cleanser on it, and you use it to gently exfoliate your face. It's kind of like this, but this is electronic, and I think he's really going to like this. So these retail for $139 each, and so I was like, this is the perfect time to get one of these, get 20% off. So I got this one in store. The other item I wanted in store, my location actually didn't have in store, even though the website said my location had in store. So I had 5 people looking for it, but I'll show you that later when I get to it. So everything else I ordered online simply because most of the things I wanted were available only online and not in store. So, let me show you what I got while I was in store. So I picked up my Foreo Luna Mini. And then, you know, I stood in line to check out after looking around for a while, being tempted by everything. I was really good because this ended up being the only thing I got because I ordered everything else online. They give you a bag, nice little tote, which is really cute since Sephora has lipstick on it. I got no samples, which I was kind of like, wow, no samples, huh? But they did give, they gave us a bracelet, which is, it's cute. I don't wear jewelry, really, so, but it's by Shashi for Sephora, and they even gave us like a promo code so that you can get 30% off if you shop Shashi.com. Not really my thing, but it is cute, and it's got all the Sephora colors, black, white, red, so that was cute. And when I was checking out, you know, this little item's $139. Once they add tax on, it's $150. So, you know, I'm happy to use my, you know, 20% off that we had going on. So whenever I'm checking out, the woman's like, you don't want anything else? And I'm thinking, I'm already paying over $100 for one item, you know. But I was like, nah, I already ordered everything else I wanted online. But I was like, dang, you're going to ask me that and not give me samples? Shit. Okay. Mini rant over. So the things I ordered online, awesome. So I ended up ordering my boyfriend's Ferreo Luna Mini online because I wanted him to have the gray one, and the gray one is the only one they don't carry in stores. It's the only one that's available online. So I was just like, okay, well, let me pick up the gray one for him, and I'm charging it now as I talk to you. There we go. You couldn't see the blinking light before, so now you can see that. Alright, so I wanted him to have that one, so it's very manly, and it's his, and it's kind of like an early Christmas gift, because I know he'll really like that. Alright, before I show you guys anything else that I got, I just wanted to, I forgot to say this at the very beginning, I literally saved up for this haul. I literally set money aside in a separate little tiny savings account I have for special splurges like this, so this is, you know, there are bigger hauls. I'm not saying, oh my God, I spent so much money. This is such a big haul. I mean, but at the same time, I just want to throw that out there that even for me, this was a huge haul. I was like, whoa, like this haul allowed me to go VIB Rouge again throughout the year of 2015. I'm set. I got my free shipping locked in with Sephora for the rest of next year. So I just want to give you guys a heads up that I did actually save up for this haul. I didn't just have this money laying around to go crazy at Sephora for this sale. I did save up for this haul. So if anybody feels a little intimidated by this haul, please don't. Like I said, this was special for me too. This was literally my, okay, this year at Sephora, when they do that 20% off, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to have money set aside for just this sale. And when this sale comes around, I'm going crazy. I'm going to get stuff that I normally would never ever buy, or at least stuff I would never ever buy all at once. I would, you know, buy one item a month or once a week, or, you know, I would split it up. I wouldn't just get all at once. Okay. Enough said. Moving on. I did it, guys. I did it. I've been wanting to. I was tempted. Then I was like, no, that's way too expensive. Then I finally was like, you know what? I saved up. I have 20% off. I've heard actually nothing but good things. There were two beauty bloggers who actually gave this like the thumbs up. They were like, this is totally worth it, and I actually want more of them. So I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I did it. Christian Louboutin nail lacquer. So what do they call it? They call it nail color. So Christian Louboutin nail color. This packaging is exquisite. This is $50. Yes, a $50 nail polish. But I really wanted to treat myself. So I picked up the shade Nitois Nimois, and it's reading pretty true to color in my viewfinder. It's just, they've described it as a mint green. To me, it's a very teal green, but they describe it as a mint green. And I just want to mention that, you know, this, I think every woman should have at least one of these, because if you live alone and you hear a strange noise, you can always, when you go to when you go to, you know, check out the area, see what's going on, you can always, you know, grab a hold of this and you've got a weapon. So not only do you have fashion in a jar, you got a weapon. So, you know, this is very practical. But all joking aside, I am dying to try this. I wanted to treat myself to one. Ni toi ni moi is the shade. I believe that's French for not you, not me. Ni toi ni moi. Somebody let me know, somebody who speaks French. And just the packaging on this is exquisite. Even the box has kind of a very soft texture to it. Has kind of like that, not quite as rubbery as NARS, but kind of that feeling to it. And just, oh, that's gorgeous packaging. So you can even keep the box, or you can throw the box away. Of course, I'm going to keep the box. So I got that. And then I was like, you know what, while I'm at it, I really want to get the best possible wear I can out of this nail polish. Because, you know, if I'm going to splurge on $50 nail polish and I actually want to wear it, I want to make sure I get the best possible wear I can out of this. So it was funny because when I opened up my box from Sephora that arrived today, this is the first item I actually saw, and I thought, that's weird. I didn't order a perfume. So for a second I thought, oh no, maybe they messed up my order. Because I opened this and I was like, I didn't order a perfume. Then I realized, okay. This is actually the Christian Louboutin. This is the Luby Nail Primer and the Luby Nail Gloss. In other words, this is a base coat and a top coat. And I forgot my little knife. So this is actually a base coat and a top coat. And I was just like, you know what? Let's do it. Because I'm a big believer that a lot of times brands, when it comes to nail polish, nail color, nail lacquer, whatever you want to call it, a lot of times using the brand's own base coat and top coat is the way to go. Like a lot of times those are literally formulated for each other, and you will get the best wear you can out of your nail polish using the brand's own base coat and top coat. So they have this set on Sephora.com for $55. I know. But I had to. So you open it up and both of them are in there. Here, they're obviously smaller than the nail polish, but it is also a set, so that makes sense. Here's the base coat. Here's the top coat. Again, these are supposed to represent the stiletto heel of a Christian Louboutin stiletto. So for those of you that are kind of wondering what's up with the shape and the bottles, that's what's going on. And like I said, these are very practical weapons. I highly recommend them for self-defense. And let me put in a disclaimer here. If anybody actually goes out and harms somebody with a Christian Louboutin nail polish bottle, please don't blame me. I am only joking. But I've heard, when I read the reviews on Sephora.com, a lot of people really like the top coat. Some said the base coat was kind of but they said the top coat was really good. So looking forward to trying it out. I can't wait to try out all of this stuff. I also like that the base coat is white. So it probably dries either white or clear, but just looking at that tells me that's going to help any nail color that you apply on top to pop more or be more true to color as what you see in the bottle. So can't wait to try this. And for those of you that are curious how much smaller they are, let me just go ahead and compare it this way so you can see the nail polish and the base coat. And of course, the top coat's just as small. But for those of you that wanted to see that, I wanted to make sure I showed that to you. So really excited about my purchases so far. So these are honestly the most expensive things are the Christian Louboutin nail polish and the base coat and the top coat. And of course the Ferreo Luna Minis. Everything else is just mid-tier price range. Not the cheapest stuff, but also not as expensive as everything else that I'm showing you. I forgot to mention that with my orders, it's like first, I got the bag in store. Then this big order, I got another bag. So I have two of these. And then I placed one more order. And so I have three of these bags. So it's like, my goodness, what am I going to do with all these bags that are the same? I'm literally a bag lady now. Okay, this I've been dying to try out before Sephora even carried it. And I haven't really heard many people talk about this, so I'm excited to talk about it and just see what it's like. So this is the brand Nude Sticks. Nude Sticks. And I'm a sucker for packaging. I love little cases like this. So I forget how I actually first found out about this brand. Either somehow I saw a beauty blogger online or it was Instagram. I don't know which. I think it was actually a beauty blogger online. I feel bad that I don't remember who first talked about Nude Sticks, but I was like, oh, that's cool. And at the time, they were saying it was only available at some random online retailer that I've never ordered through before. So it's kind of like, I want to try it, but, you know, I haven't really heard much about this because I love anything in pencil form. And pretty much this entire brand is in pencil form. So I got a little bit of everything from the collection. They're now at Sephora. And it was weird because I started following their Instagram to learn a little bit more about them. It's a really interesting brand because obviously the focus is on very natural, very nude looks. And the two spokesmodels / creators for the brand are actually two young girls. I believe they're both 14 and 15. They're sisters. And their mother is, I'm trying to remember. I want to say the mother's a doctor, but basically she works with beauty chemistry. I want to say that. So their mother actually designs, you know, makeup formulations. And so I guess her daughters were getting into makeup, and so they all designed their own brand called Nude Sticks. So like I said, I got a little bit of everything and looking forward to showing this to you guys. I won't go too in depth here, but I'll give you an idea what everything looks like. So I got a concealer pencil, and like I said, I'm a big fan of this kind of stuff. So I love that you just open it up. It's got a mirror inside. It's basically it's a little tin, keepsake tin. It's on here is where it tells you what product it is, what shade. So concealer pencil. I picked up the number medium 5. So we'll see how that goes, because you know trying to match your skin tone online can be tricky, but I love that you just open this up and there's so much information here. They're saying thank you. They're saying, hey, when you use our products, take a selfie. Don't forget to hashtag this and that so we can find you. They have tips for use on here. And then inside you have the actual product. So there's the actual concealer pencil. And this is pretty cool. Each of these come with a sharpener. So this is the actual sharpener right there. And I like that. And then have this right here so you can actually just place it on the pencil. So for when you're on the go, or if you're traveling with this, whatever, you have the sharpener just right there. So this is great packaging. This is pretty much everything from them is $24. So not outrageously expensive, not the cheapest, but not outrageously expensive. And let's see what this looks like, because okay, I may have not done too bad. We'll see how it goes when I try to wear it. So yeah, this is Nude Sticks. And I was saying before, I started following their Instagram before they were available at Sephora. And at one point, they posted a picture of the two girls at a photo shoot. And they said something like, so excited, we just finished our photo shoot for, and they didn't quite spell Sephora. It's kind of like I can't remember how they wrote it, but it was like they either spelled it wrong or it was kind of like, it was like in code almost. And I was like, oh, are they saying that they're doing a photo shoot for Sephora? And I remember I even left a comment on the photo on the Instagram. I said, oh, or is Sephora going to start carrying your brand, Nude Sticks? They deleted the photo after that, which of course means all the comments had been deleted. So it was kind of like they let the cat out of the bag too early, and they were like, oh, we better erase this photo or something. So it was weird. Anyways, enough blabbering. Let me go a little quicker because I know you guys got things to do and you want to see the rest of the haul. Okay, so I got a concealer. And I'll do a more in-depth video and reviews and swatches on all this stuff in a separate video and blog posts on my Instagram, all that. Okay, I picked up a blush, or actually this is your lip and cheek pencil in the shade blush. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, it's going to be just open it up. There's lots of information, tips on how to use it. You get a pencil, you get the sharpener. Pretty cool. So I love that kind of stuff, and I love that also. You can put other stuff in there, obviously, other pencils, other concealers, what have you. So again, $24. And they recently came out with lip products, which before they just had this one, the lip and cheek, which, you know, could go either way. It might work better for one than the other. We shall see. So now they also have the lip pen glosses. Both of them are saying lip pen gloss, so we'll see how that goes. It's supposed to be that one's supposed to be matte and one's supposed to be a gloss, but they both say lip pen gloss, so I hope one's actually matte and one's actually glossy. We'll see. I got the shades Charm and Nudity. So, and then this, I was like, okay, I have to get this. So these are the actual eye products. This is a limited edition set. So we got artwork on here from Jessica Gorlicki. Jessica Gorlicki did the artwork for this. So you can see a big old heart in there, and it says love, and you got nude sticks embossed on there. And this actually has the magnetic eye pencil. So you're supposed to be able to use this as an eyeshadow, liner, that kind of thing. And it comes with actually 3 shades in here. So this is Night Guilt and Twilight. And again, these all have a mirror in the lid. They got the little information right there. And I really like how they were able to really pack this in. And it's still very nicely packaged. So you got all 3 pencils in there. And you got the sharpener. So I can't wait to do a more thorough review on these. But I know not a lot of people have heard about this yet. So we'll save that for another video. Okay, we're winding down. I got a couple more things. Almost done. I know this video is long. I'm going to try to keep it under half an hour for you guys, because I know it's long. I'm sorry. Okay, so whenever I went to Sephora to buy my Forea Luna mini, and there was one other item I was planning to buy in store, they actually didn't have it in store, so it was funny because I had like 4 or 5 people looking for it in store, and they're like, we don't have it, we're sorry. And I'm like, it says online it's in store, but okay. So here I am. I've already placed this order for a bunch of stuff. Here I am in the store getting ready to buy this. I whip out my phone. I go to Sephora.com before it crashed. It was like literally like 10 minutes before it crashed, because I remember trying to check something again on my phone for Sephora, and that's when the site went down. The site crashed. So I managed to place an order for this. Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. This is the, I just forgot what it's called. After Dark. There we go. It even says it right there. This is the Stain Gloss Test Tube. There's 4 of them. This is the After Dark set. This actually has 4 shades in it. And I really wanted this one because it has Little Black Dress, which is a sheer black lip gloss. So you're going to put it on, it's not really going to look black. It's going to look very sheer, but it's going to give you that nice dark, not really vampy look. But usually this is available only on Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics website. And I think at one time it was available as a Black Friday gloss, and it was only available at that time at one time. But you can still get a full size of Little Black Dress on Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics website. But I wanted to pick this up. So you got Hedonist, which is an intense pastel pink. You got New Wave, which is your glassy neon pink. You got this one, Jealous, which is a red orange shellac. And then you got the little black dress. And it is a sheer wearable black. Of course, you get your little brush, which I love. And I think I'm good on OCC glosses now. But yeah, can't get enough of these. This one retails for $20. Usually they have 3 of these for $20, and this one has 4. So I thought that was really cool, and it was funny because, you know, here I am in the store ordering online at Sephora.com. Yes, the makeup obsession is real. And also because, you know, I had to order this online, I got another bag, so I have 3 of these lovely tote bags. Alright, the last item that I ordered is currently only available to VIB Rouge. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and grab it and check it out. I'm sure people will be curious about it. This is the Smashbox Double Exposure. And this one has 14 eyeshadows. I have not given Smashbox enough love this year, so I hate to say this because I really do like Smashbox, and there's a ton of stuff from them that I want that I still have just not hauled. What I don't like about this is when I first heard Double Exposure, like I saw a little blurb about it on Instagram, there was a little teaser photo. When it said Double Exposure, I thought it was going to be a double palette. It has 14 eyeshadows. It's a standard eyeshadow palette for Smashbox. Here's why they're calling it double exposure. 14 eyeshadows that uniquely transform into 28. Just add water. Okay, sorry, I had to take a moment for that. Okay, seriously, I had to take another moment. Okay, as much as I love Smashbox and I think they make great products, I don't think it's a great idea to market something as a double palette because you can add water to the eyeshadows. I just don't. Although I am a fan of doing that. But you can do that with almost any eyeshadow that you have. Add water, it does change the effect. So this comes with a little deluxe size of the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, which is really nice if you've not tried that mascara. So I'm happy to have a little full size, deluxe size of that. So you open this up, and it's nice because they got their little, thingies in here talking about different eye shapes and the best way to apply eyeshadows. So for those of you that are interested in eye shape theory, it's cool that this little palette comes with that. Here's the actual palette itself, double exposure. So it's very nice. It's actually really sturdy. It feels like it's really hard cardboard, if that makes sense, but it actually feels really sturdy, really nice. And they have the names of all the shades on the back, which is always good. And when you first open it up, you do have a mirror, so try not to blind you guys with it. And what I do like is that, even though I think it's kind of silly that they're like, hey, if you got a double palette if you had water, even though I think that's a little bit silly. Sorry, Smashbox, I hate to say that, but it's a little bit silly. I do like that they kind of explain how the shadows can change once you add water. For example, they say, oh, if you add water to this one, it turns your shimmer into a metallic. If you add water to this shimmer, it makes the shade get a little deeper. And if you add water to this shade, it amps up the vibrancy. So, I mean, they're trying to give you an idea of how adding water to your shadows can change the consistency and the overall look and effect of an eyeshadow. This one is a satin eyeshadow. If you add water, it adds sparkle. So, but again, like I said. But let me show you the actual palette. That's what you guys want to see, right? Let me cover the mirror so I don't blind you. So here, I actually like the way that this one is divided up, and having this one makes me want to get the other palette, the other full exposure palette. This is double exposure. I want to get the full exposure palette because I've not gotten it. So whereas the full exposure palette is divided up and everything's matte, everything is shimmer, this one's a mixture of mattes, shimmers, and what do they call them? Satins. There we go. You get a double-ended brush, which is always nice. This one's kind of angled on this end, and this one's just your traditional medium shader eyeshadow brush. I do like the way the shades are developed or divided up in this one, because, for example, let me get rid of that because it's going to fall. There we go. And whoops, in this one, on this side, these 6, you have cool tones. On this side, these 6, you have warm tones. And in the very middle, you've got your black, and you've got, what are they calling that shade? Blanc. So you got noir and blanc. You got your straight up neutrals that you can use, pair with any of the cools, any of the warms. So it's actually really nice the way they divide this up. I do like that. So I'm looking forward to trying this out, adding some water to some of the shadows, seeing how that goes. I'll probably post swatches of dry versus wet on my Instagram and blog for you guys. I think you guys will enjoy that. And, oh, as I said, in store, I didn't get any samples, which I'm still kind of surprised about. I'm like, wow, really? No samples? Where's the love? But online, they're always good about giving me my samples. So for my first order, which is the huge order, I got, let me grab these. They sent me the Agave Healing Oil. This is basically for your hair. This stuff is amazing. It smells so sweet, feels so good on your hair, makes your hair really soft, really shiny. And I keep saying I'm going to buy a full size, but as long as I get the little samples, I'll keep getting the samples. But no, it's really awesome. Ooh, Tokyo Milk Dark Tainted Love Shea Butter Hand Cream. This has that really, oh, here we go. If you've not smelled this, this is definitely one of those really musky scents. So it's got dark vanilla bean, orchid, white tea, and sandalwood. So I haven't tried the hand cream, so I'm looking forward to that. And then a Glam Glow Mud Mask. This one is, I know it's the green one. I don't really know what this one is. Power Mud Dual Cleanse Treatment. I know there's the black, there's the blue, there's this green one. I'm not sure what this one is. I know it's a mud mask. I know it's from Glam Glow. I'll figure it out later. Okay, so then also with this order, I hit Rouge status for the second time. Not bragging. And one of our little welcome gifts is they just have on here where they remind you what all the treats are for being Rouge. In case you forgot, you open this up in case you didn't know it's a red polish. But I'm actually excited to have this because first off, it is full size. And I've not tried any of Sephora's Formula X. This is Sephora's brand of nail polish Formula X. This is in the shade X Heart Rouge. So you get this shade when you go VIB Rouge for the second time. So I'm looking forward to trying that. It's a very pretty, classic blue based red. It's supposed to be super glossy, long wearing. Okay, and then with my little order, this little guy that actually arrived yesterday, which was funny. This arrived yesterday, and then the rest of my huge order here arrived today. With this little order, like I said, I got another of the tote bags, and then I got a couple of samples. I got another agave hair oil. I got another Glam Glow mud mask, so I can really try this out. And then I'm pretty sure I asked for something else, but, they run out, so they'll just give you whatever. This is Jack Black Face Buff Energizing Scrub. Actually sounds pretty cool. Alright, that was it. This was my humongous, ridiculous haul from the VIB Rouge sale. Let me know what you guys want to know. Questions, comments. I will be posting. I'm going to be busy. I still have so much other stuff to swatch and test, but I've been doing hauls like crazy the last couple of videos because that's just how it's been lately. I've been buying a lot of stuff, but now like that the sales happen, I can wind down a little bit and actually get back into doing some actual reviews and tutorials for you guys. So if there, let me know what you guys want to see tutorial wise, review wise, and I have at least one more haul that I'm going to be posting for you guys this week. It's just the way it's been. I've just been a shopaholic lately, but there are worse things that I could be doing, such as killing people with my nail polish. So, alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it through this very long video, I hope you got everything that you wanted during the VIB Rouge sale. I hope you were able to indulge. If not, there's always next year. Start saving up now. And yeah, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.